Hello and welcome to another low budget video from Motor Carrier Assistant. My name is Julie, and today I'm bringing you part 2 of the DataQs series, and we're going to be talking about disputing inspections. So in this video, I'm going to bring you through the process on how to request a copy of an inspection report. You might not have it, maybe the driver didn't give it to you, so I'm going to show you you can actually get a copy. And also, we'll talk about how to dispute an inspection that is not yours. Maybe you checked an SMS, you found an inspection that does not belong to you. So, how to dispute it? We'll go through those steps. All right, so let's get going. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to log on to DataQs, and you know you're logged in when you see the word logout appear on the top blue banner. You'll see the word logout, and underneath you'll see your name. So you know you're in. So there's a lot of information here that you might want to check out on your own. But what we want to do is you want to click right here where it says Start New Request. When you click on that, it's going to open some options. What kind of request do you want to do? So we're going to concentrate on this the first one. And this one is used for crashes, inspections, investigations, or audits. So select that, and you'll see the green mark on it. So you know that you selected the correct one. All right, so click on Next. And the next area here, it's step 2. If you follow in the bar across the top, without knowing it, we actually did the first step, which was to request the review. So now we're on step 2, search for your report. Searching for your report, it makes your job here a little easier, because if the report is found in the system, then some of the information in the form that's coming up in a little while is going to be pre-populated. If you don't have the information, you can still submit a request, but you have to fill it in yourself. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So to make this easier, there's two of these fields are the ones you're going to need. One is the state. Where did the inspection take place? You can just click on that drop down and select the state. And you're also going to need the report number. Now, a quick side note on the report number. In FMCSA systems, when they're talking about a report number, usually they're talking about um, a string of characters that begins with a state. In this case, CO for Colorado, followed by 10 characters, and they could be letters or numbers. But there are also other systems like this one, DataQs and inspections, where they actually split up the report number into two parts. One is the state, and the other one, what they call a report number, which is just the 10 characters that follow. So keep that in mind when you enter in the request for inspections, because when you do it for crashes wants the full string. We'll do that on a different video. But for now, just keep this in mind. The report number is made up of those 10 characters. Now, the other options here, you can play around with this on your own. You can enter your DOT number. And what this is going to give you is a list of all the inspections that it finds for you. It's going to give you a list. You're going to select the one that you want. You can narrow down the list by providing a date, or you can narrow down even further if you can provide the vehicle plate state and plate number. Again, different options here on how to work with that resolution. All right, so searching for your report. I'm gonna show you what happens when you don't have it, when you don't have or you don't know that report number. So in this case, I'm selecting the state to be Colorado, and I'm gonna enter a fake report number. I know it's not in the system, so what happens when I click on search? the system is going to say that there were no matches found. So it's going to give you a chance right here to, let's see, select at the bottom, check that box at the bottom. I do not see my report on the list. And what this is going to do is it's going to give you a chance to select the report type. In this case, is an inspection. And it's going to allow you to proceed knowing that you're going to provide the information for that inspection. So again, this example, I'm going to stop right here. But this example is really like what to do when you actually don't have it. So again, select right there that you're doing an inspection report. You're going to click on next and it's going to allow you to continue. But let's go back to the beginning and let's work on a real example here. Again, I'm selecting the state, Colorado. I'm going to enter a real report number now. You click on search, and this time the system was able to find my report. So now you'll see that the option is right here. When you click on it, you select it, and the system repeats it at the bottom, just saying, okay, so you selected this one. Click on next. Now, step three. Step three is going to give you um, options to choose for the reason for your request. So let's go through this one by one, just so you get an idea of what's being asked for and what is it that you can do here in DataQs. So the first option is did not receive a copy or lost the inspection. So this is the case where maybe the driver never gave you a copy. Maybe you're in SMS and you see the inspection there from like 3 months ago and you haven't received it. So if you want to have an actual copy of that inspection, you're going to use this option to request it. The next reason is citation associated with violation on an inspection. In this case is when your inspection has some violations, you have a citation, and you went to court. In court, some of these violations or all were dismissed, or this whole citation was adjudicated. So you're going to use this option to let FMCSA know. The court system and FMCSA, they don't talk to each other. So if you have something dismissed in court, you want to come here and let FMCSA know so the violations can also be taken off from your record. The next option is that the violation is incorrect. This could be a case where maybe there was a typo and they entered the wrong violation. Or maybe there were duplicate violations listed in there. So anything that you see that is not right with the violations, you can dispute it here. Next one is on company and or DOT number listed incorrectly. This is the case when maybe you notice that you have an inspection, an SMS, and you don't recognize the vehicle or you don't recognize the driver. So maybe the whole inspection is not yours. Maybe the officer made a typo entering the DOT number and hit yours by mistake. It happens. So this is the option that you want to select to let FMCS say, no, this is not my inspection. Take it off. All right, the next option is the driver name or license number is listed incorrectly. This one is usually used by drivers. You know, if it happens to be a clean inspection, if the driver license number is not correct, then the driver, wants credit for it. So they're gonna submit this request to have it corrected and have the inspection accredited to the profile. As a motor carrier, you can do it yourself also, but this is usually an option for drivers. Next one is inspection missing from my report. So you know that you had an inspection done last month, and it should have been an SMS by now, but it's not. Um, Things happen. The record is at the state level, but it never made it to the FMCSA. Maybe just fell through the cracks. Maybe there were glitches in the communications and network process, and so anything could happen that could have prevented that record from getting in. um, you let an FMCSA know, hey, I need my inspection. That was a nice, clean inspection. I want it. So the next one, duplicate inspections. So this is the case when you have, you notice that in SMS you have two inspections that they were the same one. So you will file you will submit your DataQs request here. So let me do a side note here on duplicate inspections. So here, for example, we have a report number, an inspection date, and an inspection time. So in the system in the FMCSA database, for an inspection to be unique, they look at these three fields: the report number, the date, and the time. So it's not just the report number, they look at all three. So what happens in, say, in the case that the officer had a malfunction with the laptop, and they had to re-enter some inspections, and when they re-enter yours, they happen to type a 7 instead of a 6, so the date went in uh, differently. So now you have same report number, same time, but the date is a little off. Or maybe same thing, but they did it. They tried to re-enter it in the time, instead of hitting 0, they hit a 9. So um, anyway, the whole point of this is that in the database, in the actual system, this right here, all three of these entries, because either the date was different, or the time was different, or maybe there was a typo on the report number, to the system, these three records are different. They're unique. So there's like three different inspections. So it becomes your job to check that, you know what, the carrier is the same, the driver is the same, vehicle information is the same, everything is the same except for that time, that seconds number, it's different. So yeah, it really becomes your job to let FMCSA know, hey, you got, some different, some duplicate inspections in there. I want that corrected. So yeah, becomes part of your job to check SMS every month, check on your inspections, check on your violations, and make sure that everything just, is correct. All right, and the last option here is that the inspection report contains incorrect information, and that could be anything that you notice on the inspection. It could be, maybe the plate number, they didn't catch it correctly, or the VIN is wrong. It could be anything. So anything that you think is not the same as what you have on your paper form, or anything that you think should be corrected, by all means, just do that in here. So okay, let's see. So we're going to concentrate in this video. We're going to concentrate on this too. So we're going to do an example on how to get a copy of that inspection, and then we'll follow by how to file a dispute when the inspection is not yours. You'll see that the rest of these options, the ones on the bottom, the form that you're going to fill out, it's pretty much the same. So I'll leave it to you to check that out. But I want to concentrate on this too because they are a little different. All right, so we started the process here, and we're going to select this first one. Did not receive a copy of the inspection. So when I click on it, I get my green mark, and I'm going to click on next, follow to the next step. And on this step is now we're going to complete the form. So when you get to this page, you're going to see that the everything is on one page. I divided this into three sections to make it, a little easier to follow. So on the top, you're going to see your report number and your inspections. Again, that's pre-populated because you were able to find that record in DataQs. So all you really need to enter is the reason why you want to request this. And this could be anything. In some cases, this is the space that you want to use to explain everything in detail. So in this case, it's just a simple, hey, I never got my inspection. I'd like to get a copy of it. So, alright, so when you're done entering that, you can click on Add Inspection, and you're gonna see that it gets added to this list right here. If you requested more than one, you can go back to the top area and just repeat the process. Enter the report number, enter the date, the reason, add inspection, and you'll see that you can actually request a few. As long as they're all from the same state, you can do more than one. If you want to request from different states, then you're gonna have to start a whole new dispute. So back to the beginning and start all over again. So, and I'm taking my time with this, but you're gonna notice that it doesn't take that long. As long as you have the information in hand, it doesn't take that long to fill this in. I always say if there is a small chance to have something corrected or even taken off your record, it is worth putting a couple of minutes into this. Worst case scenario, they're gonna say no. But everything else is gonna stay the same. So, if you have a small chance to have something fixed, might as well do it. So in the middle section here, this is just your carrier information, your name, DOT number, address. Just verify that this is all okay. And on the bottom section, you have an opportunity to attach any documents that you think might help with your request. Requesting a copy is not complicated. You might not need this area, but just let me go through a little briefly here. Top section is where you enter a title for the document you're uploading, and this could be anything, but again, maybe not needed for this case. The middle area is where you drag and drop the actual document that you want to upload. And on the bottom, you can just click on Add File, and you're going to see the file that just got added. It's going to go into this list right here. So you can actually upload multiple files, and you can upload different types. You can do Word documents, you can do PDF files, spreadsheets, pictures, videos. Just keep in mind that the file size, just keep it under 25 megs to make sure that they get attached correctly. All right, so when you're done here, you just click on Next. And the very last step is it's going to give you a chance to review the information that you have entered or selected. So just go through it. This is just one page showing you everything on the website. Over here, I'm just showing you the top and bottom. But on the bottom section, just click on that box and click on Submit. Now, when you click on Submit here, the system is going to send you an email, and on the screen, it's also going to give you their ID number. So every time that you submit a request here in DataQs, there is a number assigned to it, like an ID number that's going to help you identify it. Make a note of that, because when you talk to the DataQs analyst, or if you talk to DataQs tech support, first thing they're going to ask is for that number. It just makes it easier for them to find it and to be able to help you out. So just make sure that you have that handy. Okay, so that was the first example, how to request a copy of that inspection. Now let's go through the second example, and I'm gonna move a little quicker through the steps just to show you again that it doesn't take that long to actually submit a request. So here we are, back at the beginning, back at the home page. I am logged in, and I'm gonna click on Start New Request. Now here I'm gonna use the first option. I am dealing with inspections, so I'm checking the first one. And once selected, I'm going to click on Next. So that's going to bring me to step 2. Now I'm going to search for my report. I'm going to select my state, in this case was Colorado, and I'm going to enter the the report number for that inspection that I'm going to be working with. You click on search, the system is going to find it, it's going to list it right here. So just click on it to select it and click on Next. Now, what is my reason? I'm going to use my company and DOT number is not right. So I went through SMS like I do every month. I'm checking my inspections. I see one that maybe I sold my truck. I sold the truck, and the new owner is now driving around with my DOT number on that side of the the door. So the inspection was assigned to my DOT number instead of his. So not my inspection. So I'm disputing that. So I'm selecting that option, and see, now I have my green mark there, and I'm gonna click on next. So now you see the form here is a little different from the first one that I showed you, and this is the top part. Again, this is all in one page on the website, but this is the top part right here, and this right here has three different sections. So right here on the left, this is coming from the inspection report. So it's just the report number, the date, location. Okay, so just check that. Then on the right, the bottom section is your information, your carrier name, DOT number, and address. Now, the top section, if you know the DOT number that should be in here, you can enter it. Okay, so again, you saw the inspection is not yours. Maybe you know that it should be that guy's right there. So if you know that carrier name and that DOT number, go ahead and enter that here. You don't have to. If you don't know it, you can just leave this blank. But if you do know it, this will make the state's DataQs analyst, it's going to make it a little easier for them to assign the inspection to that other carrier. So it speeds up the process a little bit, because if they receive this with no DOT number to consider, they might want to spend some time trying to figure out who should it really go to. If they take it away from you, it should go to someone else. So that might take some time to do that, and that's going to delay the process of taking it off your record. So again, if you don't know it, that's fine. Let this go through the process. But if you do, go ahead and enter the new information in here for the analyst to fix the record. All right, so in the middle section here, where did you view the data you want to review? So in the drop down here, you have some options. Where did you see that information? I happen to see it in SMS, or maybe you saw that on the Safer website. Maybe you saw it um, at the portal. Wherever you saw it, you can just select it in here. So I'm picking SMS results. All right, now the following section is what information should be reviewed. So this is the space that you have to actually explain everything in detail. Kind of anticipate questions that they might ask you. The more information you provide up front, it makes it easier for them to make a determination. Yeah, we should take this record off your record, off your profile. So again, explain that in detail. I'm just saying, it's not my vehicle, not my driver. All right, and the bottom section, in this case, you might want to submit some other documents. Like if you did sell the truck, you might want to do like the bill of sale, or you might have other information about when you actually sold the truck. Maybe it was the day before the inspection. Yeah, that will help you tremendously. So you can either enter your own title for this document, or you can select it from the drop down here. And in the drop down, there's quite a few options. So if you don't see one that works with the document you're submitting, you can enter your own title, or you can just click on other, like I did here. Then in the middle section, this is where you drag and drop the document. You can really just bring it over, drop it right in here, and it becomes attached to the request. You can also click on that browse link right there in the middle, and it will bring you to a window you can actually navigate to where the file is. So whatever works for you. And at the bottom here, just click on Add File. It gets attached to the document, and just click on Next. And the last option is Review the request. Again, this is all in one big page. So just go from top to bottom, review everything. At the bottom, go ahead and check that box, and click on Submit. So again, once it gets submitted, you're going to get an email. You're going to get the number on the screen. Make a note of that. So again, that only took a few minutes to submit it. So we did it. We did two. We did the one on how to request a copyright inspection. It's pretty simple, and the other one was on disputing a record that is not yours. Very useful. Go through your records. Go through the SMS. Make sure that everything in there is yours. And if it's not, go ahead and dispute it. So, and let's see, the bottom, like I said before, those options are more or less the same, and how to fill out the form. You can, explore that at your leisure. In our next video, we're going to concentrate on this too, on how to dispute violations and how to dispute an adjudicated citation. So stay tuned for that. Um, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video and any others that we have coming up. Also, click on the notification so you get an alert whenever the video is published. All right. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, leave it right there at the bottom, and I'll do my best to address any questions that you might have. All right. So until next time.